In this video, we're going to cover how to take a picture off the web or out of your email. Basically, I'm just going to cover how to take it out of the web and set it as your background, as your wallpaper. And so we're going to type in pictures of Frisian horses. Little girl wanted to know that the other day. And we're going to use Google. I happened to actually misspell Frisian there. If you notice that, I spelled it incorrectly. We're going to go and type in what we're looking for, and then images. You do want to be careful looking for images on the web. I've set my search to strict, not only because I'm showing this to you, but you never know what's just going to pop up on a live camera when you're doing something. So you're looking for pictures of Frisian horses. Well, you want something to be a large enough picture to serve as a background. Well, these 409 by 500 pictures here, this picture of this Frisian horse is a little small, and it's going to come out looking a little stretched. So what we do is come down to the desktop. We're going to look at our desktop screen size. That's a right click on the desktop, and with XP it's properties, with Vista it's personalize. With XP we've got settings on the far right, and the same thing will be true of Vista and Windows 7. You'll have a settings tab where you can change your display resolution. It may be named different in subsequent versions of Windows, but you will be able to still find it. In this case, our background is set to 1020 by 768. So what that means is a picture that small wouldn't look very good. So you notice that this number is smaller than 1024. 409 by 500 is much smaller. The neat thing is we can go over here to show options, and then we can tell it we want the image sizes to be large. And so what this is going to do is change our background options to something that we can work with a little more easily. Now, since we're in Internet Explorer 8, we're going to scroll down, and usually there won't be a lot of images in the large category. Now, these are going to be exceptionally large for what we're looking for. We can go to medium and see what we get. We're getting some of what we're looking for, mostly in the range of the 5 and 600 meg. So we're going to go back to large, and we're going to look. This looks like a beautiful horse. We're going to right click on this and say open a new tab and let it open in the background. It's going to take a moment to open. We're going to do the same thing here, open a new tab on this picture. Now remember, there's going to be copyright issues from things that you're going to take off the web or even possibly out of email. But we're going to look in here, right click, open a new tab. If you got a fairly fast internet connection, you're not going to hurt yourself doing this. Right click, open a new tab. Now the first one should be just about there, and it's beginning to open this. We're going to cheat and tell it we want to see this picture file, and then we'll notice this one here has actually finished loading. We'll do the same thing here. It looks like a beautiful picture of a black Frisian, most of them being black. We're going to right click save picture as, and place the file into the My Pictures folder, which Windows does by default. Within Vista and 7, that's the Pictures folder. We're going to close this out, come back to the tab that we've been working with. This one's still loading. We're going to come over, check this picture out. Looks like some good-looking horses. Got a colt turned into corner here. Right-click, save pictures as. It has a different name than this one. Save, close. Click on this one, get it to load. Looks like this one is getting closer. That's actually an exceptionally large picture. And this one's going to begin to load. When each picture finishes, you'll be able to scroll down to the bottom if you need to and take a look. That one looks a little fuzzy, but we'll save it just in case. Close this and come on down. As you can see, our final picture has finished downloading. We're going to right click save as and go from there. We're going to close out to the desktop, and the picture that we've chosen to save, we've saved into My Pictures, which is going to be under My Pictures in XP. Under Windows 7 or Vista, it'll be in a folder called Pictures. And so we're going to take a little closer look at this picture. That's actually quite attractive picture. And we're going to right click on it. There's more than one way to do this. We can right click on it and say set as desktop background. It'll take it a moment to refresh, and then kaboom, we've got this wonderful picture of our beautiful colt circling all up in the air, just enjoying himself and loving being alive. Maybe a little filly, so you never know if that's a him or a her there. But that's how you can change that. And if you want to set another one, you can say set as desktop background. That's the second. Now, with subsequent versions of Windows, you can also set the pictures to rotate within a folder so that they'll change. There's more than one way to do this with XP, to where you can change your wallpaper to something different. Right click on the desktop and left click on Properties, Desktop, and then you can choose to browse out, and it'll default to the My Pictures folder. We can go to this picture here, apply. It's a little bit big. We're going to go to center and then go to stretch. See if that does any good for us. The picture still looks terrible. And there's photo software that you can play with. In this case, we're going to go to My Documents and browse back, and I just can't get over this beautiful colt, but I think that's the one we're going to choose to be our background. Center. That's a large picture as well. And there's things that you can do. Sometimes you can tile it, depends on the size of the picture, and again, you can resize it in a photo editing suite. I fell in love though with this little colt that was just in mid-air going around. Just gorgeous colt. I think I'm gonna have to email it to that young lady. And by the way, if I forgot to mention, if you're having trouble getting the photo to center right here, you can go back into My Pictures and right click and set as desktop background, and it'll behave a lot better for you. That's one problem with Windows XP. You can get into that right click and properties menu from the desktop. You can also go, if you're having trouble, start control panel on XP and go in, and you can change your appearance and themes and various stuff like that. As you go, you can change your display properties, and that's where you're going to pull up your desktop, and you can change your background. So you've seen us successfully change the background. You can also go into whatever email program, and I thought about how to pull an attachment in and save a file from email directly in, but that's just such a broad subject because people have AOL, they use Yahoo, they use Gmail, they use Cox.net throughout the Midwest, or Roadrunner in various parts of the country. Everybody's got their own internet provider. And so basically you're going to go to the attachment, and usually there's an option, right-clicking possibly, to save that file locally to the computer. You typically want to put it into My Pictures. You may want to put it into a specific folder, and then you can tell it to set the background. So you've seen us successfully download from the web and set a beautiful Frisian horse as the background, and you can pick whatever pictures you want from there. Have a great day.